Hey, what's going on with everybody? Happy Friday. Hope everybody's having a good one. We try to say happy every day, but today is Friday, so happy Friday. So we are not having a typical video today. We are actually going to do a tapping in on the fish corner. I want to talk to you guys about this move, what happened, what went wrong, what should have happened, how to make sure it is successful, and how it was successful the last two times when I moved. So as I said before, we went down from having 13 days to move to having 4 days to move. That's no time at all. So ideally, the way that you'll want 4 days at least. If you have as many tanks as I did have, actually I still have them. So if you have as many tanks as I have, and you had the amount of stocking that I had, you definitely need a lot of time. I had very big fish. So being that I had very big fish, you want to make sure that you give them the amount of time they actually need. So the way I would have done it, I would have had everything set up here first. That's what I wanted. I wanted everything set up here first. I was going to buy a couple pool ponds. I wanted to break down a couple of the 125s. I want to bring the 225 over here. I had the 60-gallon and a 54-gallon in storage. I want to bring all of those over here, bring all of those up, and then move just the fish over. Just the fish. Don't worry about the tanks, don't worry about the decor, nothing like that. Just the fish. Get them over here. Make sure they're good, and then break down the rest. That would have been the best way. That would have made sure that everybody would have lived. Also, when you're transporting everything, you just making sure you have oxygen. If you can, make sure you have circulation and oxygen. But at least the oxygen, and then as well as a heater. If it's gonna be a long trip, if they're gonna be in that container for hours on end, you definitely want to have a heater in there as well as the air pump. That's the way you want it done. That's the way that you could guarantee that you're going to have the highest success rate. You still have casualties. There's no way of knowing whether or not you will have casualties. So with that being said, that's not what happened. Like I said, I had 4 days for everything. So somebody left a comment, it's gone now, somebody left a comment asking why did I cut down the tree first. Let me just explain this to you right now. The reason why I cut the tree down first is because, like I said, we have 4 days. We had to bomb the other fish room for bugs. Actually, bomb the whole house. I don't know about you, but before you move into a house, I definitely think that not only do you want to have pest control come out, but you definitely want to still bomb the house. So we bombed the house, the entire house. After the first day in the fish room in the back, we came and we just seen a ton of roaches on the floor. Big ones. Not in the house, on the floor in there. About like 100 of them. So we're not gonna move in, right? Would you move into that? Of course not. So we didn't move in. So we bombed it again. So we bombed it that day. I cut down the tree. Instead of me just bombing it and leaving, let me make sure that I'm making the best use of my time. I can't do anything at the apartment. I can't bring anything over because we're fumigating here. So I cut down a tree. Did that by myself. Had a little help the first day. Cut down a tree. Then the second day, I had to bomb again. We came in. What do we see on the floor? In the fish room, still nothing around the house. Great. The house is clear of all pests. Great. The fish room out back had about 10 roaches. Not that bad. We're still not moving anything in here. We still see roaches. Would you move anything in? Of course not, right? So we bombed again. I loaded up the truck. Now you've seen all of that. I loaded up the truck, got everything out here. That was day 2. We came back. Remind you, all this is taking all day. This is just me. I'm doing everything by myself. So I mean, if you guys have an army to help you move, great. If you guys have an army to help you with these things, great. I do not. So like I said, this is just me doing everything by myself. So before you start judging, take that into consideration. So like I was saying, so that's the next day. Then we had 10 roaches. So we bombed again. Going on the third day, we bombed again. We come in, it's nothing there. No roaches. Great. Now we're going to move. Now we're going to start moving things in. So I moved the entire apartment by myself. Brought everything over by myself. I still had all the tanks that I had to do. I got 3 more people to help me with these tanks. The thing is, when you get people to help you move your aquariums, it helps a lot if they have tanks themselves. If they have an understanding of fish and the different equipment that go along with aquariums themselves. If they don't understand it, it just look like just rock. They don't understand the beneficial bacteria. And it's kind of hard to explain all that when I have all these tanks to move in such a short amount of time. It took a tremendous amount of time to get the truck because of a misunderstanding. Not on my part, but a misunderstanding. So we had a very small time frame to get everything out that apartment. I knew that that was almost going to be, I knew it was impossible. Matter of fact, I kept saying it. I said I didn't know how it was going to get done. I just knew it had to get done. I don't know about you guys, but I've been through plenty of situations where I didn't know what the hell the outcome was going to be on the other side, but I still had to go through the muck, had to go through the grit, had to go through the grime, had to go through it. Okay, some of you guys understand where I'm coming from? All right. So it had to get done. I knew that this was going to be, oh yeah, and as far as why, let's before I continue, because like I was saying, I knew this needed to be done. But the financial portion of it, when you have an abundance, first of all, how many of you know how much it costs to move into a house? A lot of times it kind of like it break the bank, don't it? All right, so we didn't have an unlimited amount of funds to do all this, and we weren't going to sit there and continue to stay in an apartment and not get this opportunity, not take this house and have this opportunity because of funds and things like that, you know? So again, we're doing what we can, right? Don't you do the same thing? Cool. So like I was saying, so, you know, the funds were limited. We didn't have the funding to just do everything that I thought I would have been able to do. And also regardless of the time, it just, no matter what, we didn't have the funding to buy everything that we needed. We didn't have the funding to just pay a company to come and do it. You know what I mean? We did what we can. And this is the outcome. You know, that's really how most of us do it. You know, unless you just, you know, you got it like that, you know, but I'm just like you guys, man. You know, I'm no better, no bigger. I just do these videos and try to share share my hobby with you guys. That's really what it's all about. That's the reason why I do it. It don't pay no bills. It don't buy no food. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So the way that you guys really want to get this done successfully, even if you have all these aquariums, this is how I would have wanted it done. If I was to come in, like I said, I would have had the tanks, I would have had the ponds, the tanks, whatever, set up at the other location first. I would have brought the fish over. That's day one. Brought the fish over, make sure they're good, right? Make sure everybody's alive, make sure they're good, right? Then the next day, you could go ahead and you could break everything down. You could make sure that you have these containers and you're storing your media in there with water. So, you know, Home Depot got some very cheap buckets. You could buy 5 of them, you know, for about $25, $30, you know, and that will store all of your beneficial bacteria with your water in it, right? That's good. That's your beneficial bacteria. That's good. So, you know, as far as, you know, if it's fresh water, you know, you don't have to get rid of all that water, you know. You can keep some. When I did it last time, I did keep some. I kept about like 40 gallons of each tank. And, you know, so that was just so when you put all new water in there, because you're basically putting sterile water in, the time frame it can't possibly kill all of your beneficial bacteria if it's not fully really cycled, but it's kind of like cycle. You got to have that bacteria in there so it's not sterile, right? So you don't want to have sterile water going into your filters, and it'll kill beneficial bacteria in the filter. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you do these water changes, that's why I don't believe in doing 100% or these very significant water changes, because you know you're gonna shock your beneficial bacteria. That's my opinion, you know, but you do it how you want it. But like I was saying, so that's how I would do it. I would take 40 gallons of the water or whatever, a certain amount of the water, you know what I mean? That's up to you. You don't have to. But again, at least your bacteria from your media is good. That's the main thing. Your fish are good. Now you just break down your aquariums and you take them over. Like, it's pretty simple. It sounds simple, and you just got to have the help. When you're draining out your tanks, make sure you have a very large pump. Make sure you got a very large pump, because it's going to drain that tank faster than if you siphon water or using a water hose or any of that. Like, just make sure that you're fully equipped ahead of time. Buy all these things ahead of time. Make sure you have your pumps. Make sure you have your containers to store your media with your beneficial bacteria. Make sure you set up your guys first, your fish first, And then if if that's not a possibility, you still need to make sure you have your storage containers, with your fish, heated, and you have your air. That's the minimum. You got to have that. So as long as you have that, it's man, it's not. It's always going to be stressful. It's always going to be hard on the fish, and you always just going to do the best that you can. Most of us do. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, predatory fins, they lost their arapaima. I mean, things happen, and I know they did everything, and they got the funding, everything. Like you seen how they did it, and it still happens. You know what I mean? So a lot of us that has moved, we know how it goes, and a lot of us that are moving, we need to know how it goes. So you see how it could go. This was devastating for us, for the channel, but we'll come back, and the reason why this happened, I just told you why it happened, and I told you how you want to make it better and how you would want to do it. But if that's not a possibility for us setting them up first, just make sure that you limit the amount of time that they are in those containers. So I would literally do everything first. I mean, do everything, like do their tank last. You know what I mean? If you could put them all in one tank and do everything last and do them last, cool, I would do it like that. But I had my fish inside of those storage containers probably like 6 hours. You know what I mean? And that wasn't because I wanted them to be in there for no 6 hours. That it just worked out like that because, like I said, I was loading this truck with Aida for like 3 hours. That wasn't my choice. I'm not cock strong, cock diesel over here. I'm not trying to sit up there and break my back or break my girl back or that was a lot. We just moved to this neighborhood. Ain't nobody trying to be unloading a 26-foot trailer, until 4:30 in the morning. You know what I mean? Who wants to do that? Who wants to do that up under the stress of losing all of these fish? Like I already knew when I first pulled them off the truck that almost all the saltwater fish was gone. That almost all the freshwater fish was gone. But I had to literally empty half the truck to pull the 125 off and then get the standoff to be able to set it up. Meanwhile, while that's going, I'm still having to pull more stuff off. So it's like, come on now, man. So that's what happened. It really wasn't about me not doing something correctly or, me choosing a tree, cutting a tree over, moving the fish or anything like that. You got to be sharper with your assumptions. And if you're just going to assume and just throw shade like that, just don't even subscribe to the channel. Don't even follow me because, we really don't need that over here. You know what I'm saying? Not the fish corner. I put out these videos to try to help you guys. You guys support me like a motherfucker, and I really appreciate that. But that extra, you have to knock that off. Got to knock it off. But anyway, so I appreciate you guys for watching this. I'm gonna bleep out any cussing out here, but I appreciate you guys for watching this. Appreciate you guys for being supportive, and we're gonna keep rocking and rolling. Let's talk. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna end on that note. Let's talk about what I want to do with this space. So as you can see, all of this has to be filled in right here. I've already mentioned some of this. So if you're new to the channel, this is the Fish Corner 2.0. We have another space that we're gonna do. I also want to show you that in this video, Tapn exclusive. So we're gonna basically go all the way up with the sheetrock. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the ceiling. I'm either thinking about painting, I don't know. But the thing about this space, as you can see, let me spin you around one time. So as you can see, I keep this door open all the time. It's always air going through here. So yeah, we have a little evaporation, but it's cold in here. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not closed up in here. So we have nice airflow. But that's also the problem with, like I said, when it gets at nighttime, it gets really cold in here. So I need to put a little space heater. I'll also have a dehumidifier in here that I will bring in here in case we need it. But so all these walls clearly got to get painted. Got to patch that hole. We're probably gonna paint the ceiling black. This floor. So you probably didn't see the floor before, but this floor had old adhesive all over it like this. It was basically lifting up, so I was scraping all that off. I need to finish scraping that off. I need to seal these cracks right here. All these cracks, the other fish room has them as well. And then I'm either gonna do, I was thinking of originally I wanted to do epoxy. That's what I wanted to do. Stepping on Harley's toy. Little cricket. So So I wanted to do epoxy. This floor is not even level. And clearly these tanks are already in here. So I leveled them off with shims. And then aside from that, I think I'm about to just, I got carpet tiles, and I have, from doing the job, I have some carpet tiles that I could use. They're pretty cool. They're gray. And then I have some tiles that I also did from doing a flooring, a tile job in the bathroom. So I think for the other fish room, I'll put the tiles because I have more time with that. I don't have no tanks that I need to put in there right now, so I can take my time with it. I could even do the epoxy if I felt like it. But I think I want to save as much money as possible, so I would use what I have. So I'm going to use the tiles in there. I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to use the carpet tiles in here, and I'm just going to cut around the tanks. Cut around the stands. You know what I mean? Like these stands are. I'm not moving none of these. That's it. That's it. They're here. So we do got some other plans. Matter of fact, let me. There we go. All right. So, guys. So right here in this space, I'm thinking of putting a plywood pond. I'm thinking 5 foot by 9 foot. I was thinking 10. 10 kind of pushes me a little further this way than I would like, so I may not do 10. 9 is like right on the money, but it might end up being 10. And the actual measurements, the dimensions on the inside will be like 9 because the wood. So that still leaves us with a nice 3 foot, 3.5, 4 foot path around all sides, but more actually a bigger one in the front of this 225. But yeah, so I'm thinking, like I said, like 5 foot by 9 foot by 3 foot, maybe 4 foot. 4 foot's kind of tall, maybe 3 foot. So it'd be actually the same height as these stands that I've built. So yeah, that's for this space right here. I think that's gonna be really dope. So I'm thinking for that, I want to put like the arowana. Gotta get another arowana. So anything that's like a top swimmer, because I really love how the arowana looks. Like the dragon. When you're looking at the top view of it. So I'm not gonna really put too many of the fish that that you're not gonna be able to basically enjoy from the top view. You got to see mainly from the side. Of course, the doveye is gonna have to go in there because he gets big. But if the fish don't get huge, it's not going into that one. So, and then again, so I want to stack the two 125s over here, and then we have this space right here. I'm thinking of doing another rack with like smaller aquariums, so we could have some versatility in here, some other options. Of course, we got to hook Miami up with something decent. Right now, she's still in the 150 right there. But let's take a look outside. Let's go walk around. All right, guys. So right here, I'm thinking that we're gonna do a koi pond. I think that's gonna be dope. So the whole outline of where this mulch is. This is like 15 foot by 5 foot. And then that's a little bit, since it has a little curve, it's a little bit longer than 15 foot. But yeah, this is going to be massive. This is going to be beautiful. All koi, raised about 3 foot. You see the theme of 3 foot. I think 3 foot would be real cool. But yeah, so that's what we want to do here. Over here, so all that wood right here, that came from this tree that I cut. So we're gonna put all that wood and this bill right here, right? And then we're gonna put like a gazebo, a little fire pit or something over there, some seating and everything right there. I think that'd be real dope. So we got the 37 right there. We got to do, it's still so much work that got to be done. Got the little laundry room over there. We have the little rack right there. Yeah, so I got to patch up this one. There's some. All the rock. My little cave that I built broke. So yeah. Definitely got stuff to do. Let's take a look at the other fish room. All right, guys, so here's the other fish room. Kind of like the storage right now, but yeah, a lot of potential in here. Look at that long space right there. Yeah, diaper genie. So for this space, as you can see, so I'm gonna tell you what I've done already up in here. So far from done, but this is the space that we kept on getting all the roaches, and the reason why is because they had this big opening right here, so they were able to just come straight in. So I just put that piece of wood there just for now because I got tired of the bugs coming in here. They were still coming in here, but I did spray. I used this right here, this home defense. That right there does an amazing job of killing the bugs once they like cross the path or sense it or whatever they do. So I just siliconed the whole perimeter to prevent anything else from coming in. Still, so this thing is cold. It gets real cold in here, so I need to seal the whole thing. I started right here, just a little bit just to see, and then I gotta seal that all the way around. Then I'm gonna put the insulation board in order to keep the temperature a little bit more constant and under my control. So there's no lights in here, so I gotta do something about that. They have these outlets, but there's no power going to them, so I need to see about that. But first things first is there's water that comes in here, or it was water that was coming in here. So when I sealed it, that prevented the water from coming in, but the water still goes in from the outside, so I have to seal that up. I gotta patch this crack right here. I'm gonna paint it and get some blinds, all that good stuff. Gonna have this a nice little space. Just so much potential and opportunity with this space right here. So I might put Miami in here, not sure, but we'll see. We also want to make it a little seating area as well. And then when you come around this way, I was also considering if I wanted to put, a plywood palm right here or something. I'm gonna put a shed over there, nice little shed. This is where we buried the fish. Got the freshwater guys right here. Got the saltwater guys right there. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, it's a cool little yard, cool little space. Got the squirrels. I'm actually going to build like a little squirrel house. Yeah, I see you. Yeah. I'm a friend for sure. Don't worry about it. Okay, I see you. Right into that tree. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, hopefully when we put a tree or something back here, we'll get some squirrels because we don't have any trees back here. Squirrels wasn't going in the front, but yeah. Also want to put like a little feeder for like blue jays. So over here. So over here, we have this slab, and we could put the little rescue pond right here, right outside this room. And then look, 225. But that's like, it's like 12 foot. Yeah, probably like 12 foot. That'd be a good space. We're gonna put some flower beds right here. Vegetable garden, planter boxes. Come around. We're gonna put the shed, a nice big one. I would say starting where that, right there where that shadow is. I need it big. I'm gonna bring that bad boy over to, I need a 10 by 20. That's what I need. I need a 10 by 20. So probably from there to like right here. That's massive. That's actually, I don't even need that much. But if I had that, Yeah. And then still, so look, I got that. And then we still have this space right here. So still could put the little sandbox, whatever, you know, with the little jungle gym or whatever for Carter. If I don't do the pond right here, I'm gonna do it over there on the other side. But yeah, opportunity, potential, all that. So yeah, that's just a little update, tapping in. Wanted to fill you guys in on what's going on, what's been going on, and what's gonna go on. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hold on. Man, I love walking around my house and just, you know, be doing stuff, fixing things, adjusting things. You know, I'm a DIY person for sure to the heart. So I love this so much that I want to do. So much yard work. And let me show you. Yeah, so we all into this. We got a whole bunch of succulents that we brought too. That's aloe. This one really good. I don't know what that one is, but it looks really dope, just like this one. But yeah, some jade. I don't even know what that one is called, but whatever. See what else we got. We got some cactus. Don't know what that one is. We got the spider plant right here. Don't know what those are. And I bought a whole bunch of different succulents right here. They kind of doing bad from the move, but you know, they'll be okay. I'm gonna take most of these out and replant them in the garden somewhere. We got a whole bunch of rose bushes. Look at theirs. And their yard is so nice. All those rose bushes. But yeah, we have the jade. We have a bunch of stuff. Money tree right here. We got to replant. I'm thinking we'll make this either a little seat or put a little flower pot right there. 20-year-old tree. And oh yeah, y'all was asking, somebody was asking why did I cut it down? So as you can see, we like to park in the driveway. We also have a couple more cars that we would park in the driveway. So being that we have 3 cars, that tree, when first day I was here, you know, was dropping these big grapefruits, and look what it did to the driveway. So we were planning on fixing the driveway, and it wouldn't make sense to fix it because the tree would, you know, destroy the new driveway. But we think we want to leave it like this, and we'll probably also leave the driveway like that, only because, you know, everybody else have a cracked driveway as well, so no biggie, fits the neighborhood. And then we like the art, and then also, you know, those big grapefruits could fall and hit Carter in the head, so that was another thing. And then also the cleanup, and we don't even eat grapefruits, so to have a grapefruit tree that we don't even, you know, eat fruit from, and we have to clean up the mess every year all the time, no, we're not doing that. These trees right here, very, very tall. I do plan on cutting down this sick one. This one right here is sick, so I'm cutting down this sick one. These 2 right here, I'm going to cut them probably 8 feet, maybe 10. Yeah, maybe 10. I think that's like 10 right. I'm thinking like right there. To there will be real good, both of them. I don't want them to become a liability, and if they keep getting taller, they will 100% be a liability. But look at all this right here. Letting this dry out so we could put it in different aquariums. Plywood build on the inside, plywood build on the outside. I'm gonna put the plants around right there. Got to replant over here. Yeah, there's a lot that's gonna go on. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right, everyone, thank you for stopping by. Hope everybody have a good weekend. I appreciate all that support. If you haven't done so, of course, subscribe to the channel. Catch you in the next one.